Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So this is our first video of back to school content. Very excited to share with you guys all the videos this year, our family subjects, our kids individual subjects, but I thought we would kick off some back to school content with sharing our homeschool room update. And of course, that will include some of our homeschool favorites as well, things that we use just to simplify homeschool life a little bit. And so I'll share some of my favorite hacks and things that we do as well in this space just to make our life a little bit easier. Let's kind of just get started with kind of how the homeschool room is laid out. And I just want to preface this to say, if you don't have a homeschool room, it's okay. You don't need a designated space in your home to homeschool. In fact, our first few years, we actually homeschooled right in our kitchen. So that works. We just happen to have an area here in our basement where we can put a lot of our school stuff. And so I'm very grateful for that. Right now it's in live action and we're using it. So let me just share with you here over on this bookshelf. Well, actually on this space over here, we have some of our books at Cricut. This is our sewing machine. So it's kind of like a handicraft area. And then all these books right here, these are our like current books that we're using for the term. And so we just will be grabbing and pulling these off every day. Usually the kids will kind of just grab what they have to read that day, have their stack, and then they'll get going. We just have a few things here for my toddler. And then these are like our poems and our, nature guides and fairy tales. So this is just, the bookshelf that we utilize quite a bit, quite often, because of course we have quite a few bookshelves in our house, but it's handy to have that. So I should probably say, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know what my kids' ages are. So we will have a 7th grader, a 5th grader, a 1st grader, and then preschool, and we also have a 5-month-old. So it's going to be an interesting looking year with the 3-year-old and the baby to boot, but we will just see how that goes. So follow me this way. So in this closet, we just have a lot of like extra things. This is where we have our printer. This is actually one of my favorite tools. This is a laminator, and I love laminating everything. So if you don't have a laminator, it's a very affordable tool to have in your schoolroom. This printer we've had for, I don't even know, 7 years, a long time. But this is where we keep our filing cabinet of things that we need to save for the kids. And we have like extra notebooks, material, and handicrafts, stuffing. And so we do utilize this space for a lot of like our extra activities. So excited about today's sponsor in our back to school series. So this is the iClever headphones. Wonderful headphones. We partnered with them last year. And so when they reached out to me again, I said, yes, we love your headphones. They're durable, they're safe, they're easy to use with lots of different devices. Julia here is using it with her Kyoto, and that's why I thought it'd be great to feature them in back to school, because we do listen to quite a few audiobooks in our school, or it's just an opportunity for the kids to listen to things when they need some time, alone to settle down. So they are, let me just show you the features. So they are portable, durable, they fold up really, really easily, so that she can just put them like in her backpack for on the go. They also have a lot of fun colors and varieties. So I'll link these specific ones in the description, but they have a lot of really fun designs. They're really safe for kids because they actually feature a volume limit, and that's just to protect children's ears, because sometimes, kids will play the volumes too loud and we don't want their ears to be damaged. And so I'm really glad that iClever will control the volume, so that making these a kid-friendly headphones. And they're also budget-friendly and affordable, which we appreciate as a family of 5. So make sure to check out the description or search iClever Kid Headphones on Amazon so that you can get your kids set up with some safe and friendly headphones. And iClever, thank you so much for partnering with us again. We are happy with our headphones, and we are grateful that the kids can easily use them and enjoy listening to their audiobooks and music. So then over here, actually this is something that I'm going to try out new. It's like an attendance tracker. But over here, as the year goes on, I will paste things like our timetable, our rhythm, tracker, anything that I need to look at every single day, because we usually do start our morning where I come down, we sit down, we pull out our things, and we just look at what is the plan for the day. So then this is my morning basket, which I've shared how I use that in other videos. This will change depending on the term. This has like my mom folder, and so a lot of that I'll go over in a different video. And then down here we just have a lot of our different handicrafts and things. I made these labels years ago on Canva, and then I laminated them, but they all have labels, so it's easy for the kids to try to keep things organized. We do try, but honestly these bins have stayed pretty well organized. Now this drawer system over here, it's on my to-do list to get it just, you know, some of these stay organized, like we have our glue, we have our crayons, but some of them, they get a little mixed up. So I'm hoping this weekend to still kind of organize these, or this is actually a really great pay chore. Sometimes I'll hire the kids to like do that kind of chore where they have to like reorganize the bins. But I've had this shelf for like 3 years. And when I first got it in, I didn't know how sturdy it was going to be. Honestly, it's held up so really well. And what I like about it is like I can just pull the whole thing out. And so if we need our crayons or our coloring pencils or markers, I don't have any little caddy. I literally can just pull the whole bucket out. So for us, that works really well. And then we can just put it away and then keep things. So we've had that for years. Love it. So I would definitely put laminator. The cart is one of the second things that I recommend. So then these I got last year, and I love these maps. I think I paid like $8 on Amazon, but we will look at these quite a bit. Like if we're talking about something and we want to find it on the map, whether it's like a country in Europe or it's something in the United States, I thought I really would use the globe a lot more, but these two maps we point to a lot. We did, however, get a globe. My sister-in-law was getting rid of a globe, and so we finally have a globe, which is fun, of course, because it gives you a little more of like the spatial idea of like the world map. But I love these. These are not just as for aesthetic purposes. We actually do use these maps quite a bit. And then this I got, this is from IKEA. And we will hang all of our picture studies on here so the kids can kind of see the picture studies throughout the term. You could use this to really hang anything, like if you have artwork or whatnot, you could definitely do that as well. And maybe I might even add some more over into that right corner, so we're hanging more of that stuff. So another thing that we absolutely love so Adelaide over here, she got a new planner from School Nest. So she's been kind of organizing that in preparation for the first day of school. So anyways, two other things that I really like in our homeschool room. So we have our diffuser here. I just keep a lot of our favorite essential oils that are great for focus, like Kid Power, Tangerine, Juniper, Basil, Genius, and we'll diffuse. That's just part of our routine. Every day we'll get the oils going just to help us focus and calm down and relax for our school day. And this also is one of my favorite little hacks that we have in our schoolroom. So this is like a busy time activity. We have a lot of different activity books, but what I'll do is kind of just try to rotate them out. This is especially helpful for the 3-year-old who doesn't, even last year when he was 2, he didn't have any like specific curriculum. And so having an activity bin that you can kind of use as like busy time, or if a child is waiting for their turn in some kind of school, you can use that bin. So we just picked this up at the thrift store, and that has been super wonderful. We do use our chalkboard. Right now we're not, because we're not in school, but it is nice. This was just in our house when we bought it. It's an old chalkboard, so that's super great. So come on over here. So this is our school table. Right now my youngest daughter, second daughter has her puzzle out here, but this is usually on her floor. She got this Shakespeare puzzle for her birthday. How fun is that, huh? This, you can tell she has homeschool friends when they're buying her a Shakespeare puzzle for her birthday. That's super great. So yeah, it's just an example. Like here's one of the bins, and this has stickers. So these actually stay really organized. Like the stickers stay in the sticker bin, the ribbons stay in the ribbon bin, and so that's really helpful. So then you can see we have active basement happening over here. The kids were doing puzzles and things. This is like our other extra shelf, and we have like some Play-Doh over here. These are our like handicraft books, like, how to do needlework, how to crochet, how to knit, how to draw, those kind of things. This right here is other books that we're going to use for this year, for this term. And then these are just like previous curriculum or curriculum that we're going to need in the future down the road. I've tried to get rid of a lot of curriculum that we no longer use. We primarily follow Ambleside Online. We follow Charlotte Mason. We do some Simply Charlotte Mason curriculum. So there's actually a lot of evergreen curriculum. So we don't go through a lot of workbooks, which is great. We just have to have the space to kind of keep those as well. And then we just have a lot of puzzles, which you can see is happening over here. We actually just got this from a friend, and that is going to be really handy for my 5-month-old during our school days. Oh, I forgot to show you guys something we did add is these twinkle lights, and they're just so fun, especially during like the holiday season. But we just plugged it in and hung those with little hooks. So that's another little fun thing. If you're looking to add a little like spirit to your schoolroom, then you can add some twinkle lights. So a lot of our other school books are here, and I actually have a whole bookshelf tour video, which I will put down in the description if you want to see how I organize our bookshelves. But this is a lot of our living books that we will rotate through, or some of the other biographies and things that we use. And then over here, these will be the readers, and I'll be excited to share those when I share my first grader's curriculum, because he is just about to be a reader. And so we'll be going into our pathway readers, which will be a lot of fun. Well, thank you so much for watching our back to school video, the first one, and just getting a little update on our schoolroom. Hopefully you got some ideas of maybe some things that might serve your family as well. And any of our favorites, things that we love and use, I'll try to update with the description. And again, thank you iClever for sponsoring today's back to school video. We hope that if you're in the look and need for some kid-friendly headphones, that you'll check out them as well. So I will see you in our next video. Bye for now.